Hi, I'm Josh Evilsizor, and today I'm going to show you how to create a rule for emails sent to a distribution list. Disregard the title. I'm not fixing it. We're not letting perfect be the enemy of done today. The subtitle is important. It tells you a little bit more about what we're going to do and why. Increase signal, so good emails or ones we need, and turn down inbox noise, ones we don't need, by pushing distro list emails, so emails sent to a distro list, to a when able folder, a folder that I can get to when I'm able. And so that's what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to go ahead and get my face out of the way, and we're going to dive in here. This was a viewer question, so thank you so much for this. Great question. It's related to this video right here, so go check that out if you want to get more information on how to turn down the noise in your inbox if you're using Outlook. The question is, and I've edited this a little bit for clarity, so appreciate your allowing me the creative license with your question. But here we go. So how do I create a rule for emails sent to a group email or a distribution list? How do I send these emails to the FYI folder? And that's the folder I created last time, and we'll do it again here today. From Marcel Rosheuvel, and I hope I said your name right. Again, thanks so much for the email. How? All right, navigate to Settings, search for Rules, and select Inbox Rules. So here we go. Settings, and then we can search Rules or Inbox. Either way, we're going to Inbox Rules is going to come up here, and this is where we click the plus button to add a new rule. All right, we're going to name our rule. We want to give it a good name, so future us, when we see it, understands what it is. So what I'm trying to do is move all emails sent to, and so this is my Naval War College inbox. So all emails sent to the Naval War College NWC all distribution list. Move those emails to the FYI folder, right? These are emails that are just mass blast to the whole college. Kind of announcement type stuff. So that's number one. We've done that. Okay, so add a condition. This is where Microsoft Outlook is asking us, hey, what's going on with this email that I can identify it correctly? Okay, well, what's going on with this email is it's an email that is sent to underscore NYC all. And the problem here, as you can see, no results found. Well, this is a valid distribution list, but for whatever reason, it don't work. And I'm not interested in solving that problem here today. Don't care that much about Outlook or Microsoft. So what we're going to do is we're going to bypass and figure out another way, and it's actually a better way. So we're going to go ahead and discard this, whatever we've done there, and let me pull up where we left off. So we hit the plus sign, we added a new rule, we named our rule, and then we started to add a condition, email sent to the Naval War College all distribution list, but it didn't work, right? So we're going to bypass, and here's the new way, or the other or better way. So we're going to create a rule from an email. So we're going to, pause. Before we do that, we want to create the folder first. And it's going to be FYI folder. I'm not going to explain why here, but Microsoft makes this hard if you don't do this way. So it is important to create the folder first. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here we are, folders. That's interesting. What if I do this and then do this? Now we'll let it work. There we go. Okay. Love Microsoft. Yeah. So, okay. Interesting. So can I click through these? Try the refresh button. This is why I use Gmail. All right. Got it open. Let's see. So new folder. FYI folder. Hit enter. There it is. Validated. We created it. All right. So what are the rest of the steps here? Email. More. All right. So we're going to go to the actual email that we want to filter, and I'm not going to show you that email. So I'm just going to go to my inbox. I'm going to go to my archive, and I'm going to find one of those emails. And when I find the email, there's in the top upper right corner, there's 3 dots, and it's the more, right? Just like you see everywhere. Here they're horizontal in Gmail. Sometimes they're vertical, but you're going to click on the More button. And once you click on the More button, then you're going to move down to the very bottom of the menu options where it says Advanced Actions. And you're going to select Create Rule. Then you're going to select folder that we've already created, FYI. All right. And then before you click off that dialog box, there's a More Options blue hyperlink that you want to click on. And that's where we pick up. Sorry, I just don't want to share anybody else's personal information. Here's what's really neat. 1, 2, and 3, name the action, add a condition, add an action, are all completed for us. So all we have to do now, let me just make sure I'm on track here. Name your rule, add a condition, add an action, all done for us. If we start from the email and select those 3 dots, the More Options, and follow those steps that I just explained. So obviously the better way. Now we want to make sure, add an action, move to the FYI folder, which is already selected for us. Finally, we have the option to add an action. Like what else do we want to do, right? Because we're moving it to the FYI folder. Do we want to, well, what are our options? What are our options? Your choice, but I'm going to give you some things to consider. Nothing. Do nothing else. You're good. Move it to that folder, and then you'll see them in that folder populate as unread, and you'll get a number count next to each email or next to the folder, right? 34 unread emails or whatever. Or if you don't want to see that, you could auto-archive those emails so they go right to the archive, which Outlook finally renamed. Not going to go down that path. But there's danger when you auto-archive. The danger is you'll never see those emails. So if you're not absolutely sure you want to archive, you don't ever need to. If you're not absolutely sure you don't ever need to see these emails, you don't want to do this. You could mark as read, so you don't get that annoying number count there, right? And you'll just kind of make your way to that folder and purge it as necessary. But these are kind of 3 things to consider. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. The last thing we're going to do here, the last 2 things, is we're going to stop processing more rules. What does that mean? I would just challenge you to click on that little I button right there. That'll tell you more about that. But the too long, didn't read version is it stops processing more rules, even if they apply to this email. And without this setting, every rule that applies to this message without this setting, so any of the rules out there will also hit this email and run on this email if you don't want that checked. Again, hit the I button, do some more reading, and decide for yourself if you want to leave that box checked or not. I generally often just leave it checked. So if you want to tidy up, go ahead and run the rule now, and then click Save. I'm not going to do that. I already have a folder. It's called the PSA folder, but this is where you would click Save, and you would be done. I called mine PSAs because that's more meaningful to me. This is where all the emails that go to everybody get pushed into that folder, and I may get more granular with other emails that might be important, but the PSAs generally, I'll get to those when I get to them. Run rule now, which we just talked about. If you want to tidy up now, it's going to run and clear everything out of your inbox or categorize things or whatever else. If you're running a different rule and you click that, right, it's going to do now what you've asked it to do. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, save, talked about that, and you're done. We're all done here. I think I've got some references for you. So how to divert the CC emails I talked about, the link to that's right there. It'll be in the description down below. As always, if this was at all helpful, please share it with somebody. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all those fun things. Leave more questions. This was a fun, not really a head scratcher. This was actually pretty easy, but very enjoyable to tackle, so thank you for the question. And please remember that in the description down below, this outline is there for you to grab if you need it, and of course how you can reach me online. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for the question, and have a great day.